Well, I certainly can't comment on the pending lawsuit that's in front of the courts, but I can say that in the long run, you know, people are human, and politicians are also human. When you step into the public forum, however, you do put yourself forward to be held to a much higher standard. And I think that that's something that everyone who is stepping forward to run for municipal office or any level of political activity need to realize, that you are held to a higher standard, and in many ways you're very vulnerable, and you're vulnerable to those who would take advantage of any situation if they were in a position where they could. So I think that what's more important is what you're trying to accomplish for the community, and what's more important is the positive aspects. And you know, if someone told me once, a very wise person told me, who has been in municipal politics for a very, very long time, said to me, you know, if you're not making somebody upset every single day, you're doing nothing. And I have to say that she's right. So as much as I would like everyone to be, that you know, there would be no ill will and everyone would roll along nicely, and it's not life. And it's not life when you're in a time of change that we're in. What's important to me is that when we go through the changes, that people feel comfortable and they feel safe and they feel confident. And it's my role as mayor to ensure that people in the community feel comfortable, they feel safe, and they feel heard. And that's a big part of it. I'm a very hands-on person. I mean, I absolutely love to be downtown. I love to be out meeting people all the time. Somebody asked me a while ago when I was going to start campaigning, and I said, well, I feel like I'm always campaigning because I'm putting myself out to serve the community all the time. So I'm always here and I'm always available, and I try to really listen to what people are saying, and then take that information and put it into some kind of action to address their concerns. The endorsement is it's quite personal, and it's personal on a level that you know, they're very good friends and have been good friends for decades. I mean, I went to school with their children. I babysat for one of my opponents, and I think that, you know, I'm not sure what motivated that. Of course it does. I'd be rather cold-hearted if it didn't. It bothers me more that it upsets my family, and it really does upset my family from time to time. However, they understand why I'm why I'm involved in municipal politics and how strongly I feel about this community, and I'm moving the community forward together, and bringing people together. You know, one term as mayor is an opportunity to just get started. And I truly do feel we're just getting started, and we're starting to see some successes. The personal stuff is not what this is about. This is about the community. It's about our kids. It's about our grandkids. It's about attracting new investment. It's about providing opportunities for people to live here and to work here. It's about, you know, creating an atmosphere where business want to invest and where they want to create jobs. That's what it's about. It's not about the personal stuff. That's by no means where I'm looking. Ooh, that's a good question. Well, bringing the community together to have more structured and more dialogue on their vision for the harbor. We had a meeting at the beginning of the term. About 50 community members came, and we discussed at the health unit their vision for our harbor, and it's been very much the vision that myself and this council embraced. I would like to reinstate that discussion with the next term of council, get a real clear understanding on, if there's a shift, where the shift is and how the community wants to see that. I would also continue to advocate for for high-speed, dedicated fiber optic to every home and every business. We're fairly well covered, but we still have some spots that does not have access to that, and that's just fundamental in my mind. The other aspect, if we could get our policing and fire costs under control, I would dearly love to do that. Now I'm going to be very much the candidate, and I'm going to say that the most important thing that anyone can do in this community on October the 27th is to vote, and to vote with an informed vote. Contact the candidates, call them, ask them questions, stop them on the street, ask them, what is your vision? How do you see this happening? And what's your idea? And I think that's what people want to know. They want to know. They don't want the same old, same old. You have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to manage that change, and you have to be willing to commit an awful lot of your time to this process. I basically have not been involved in my business for the past 4 years, and I'm quite prepared to again take leave from that to provide myself as mayor and keep rolling for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the next 4 years.